Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to Big Mike Beard Wisdom. So, today we're going over this chair. Oh boy, is it going to be interesting. So, really, this is a new year, so we're going to start a new channel. So, we also bought a new chair. This has been an awesome office chair. This is a Serta one, and I think it was a big and tall one. It's been great. I've had this probably since 2012. This being 2023, you can see it's got some definite wear to it, but it's still nice and comfy. It's a higher back one, and me being a kind of a big and tall guy, it's a nice chair to fit me. So I really like this chair. So for the other little expanded area where we're moving the office, it's going to be one of those things where I wanted a similar, hopefully kind of nice chair as well. Here's the chair we bought, and then this is the chair that we're using in like the little expanded office where we're in the the workout room slash dining room slash storage. And this is another Serta. This is called their manager chair. We got this at Sam's Club. You can kind of see, so additional colors available exclusively at samsclub.com, but a little bit different style chair. So not a big and tall, but still a Serta one. And these are pretty cool because this supports up to 275 pounds. So just a little bit too heavy for it, but in the meantime, it seems to be holding up all right. This is, a little bit different in terms of the chair I have upstairs. So different size. The leather is a little bit different, and then this has gray mesh accents. So I don't know if the coil springs and memory foam's the same. And then it's got dual wheels, just like the one I had down, well, upstairs, I guess, and stuff. So all in all, not too bad. It's kind of cool. I guess it's endorsed by the American Chiropractic Association. I don't remember the old ones having that. So it's not overly heavy, and you can see height specs here. So overall, first impression, not quite as nice as the other chair. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't remember how much the other chair cost. It was probably fairly pricey, and chairs are going to be different for everybody. There's a lot of ergonomics that go into chairs, so whether or not something fits you really well is going to, mean that it might not fit someone who's, say, 5-6 inches shorter than you and 150 pounds lighter than you. But I wanted a chair that would sit comfortably for both me and whoever might be in here helping me or doing stuff when I'm not in here doing stuff. So all in all, it's a decent chair. So this one, you can see they just have the little Serta tag. The one upstairs has a metal Serta emblem thing down there. So, a little bit higher quality in terms of that, but it's still a decent chair. The back thickness of this chair is much thinner than the one upstairs. But again, this was bought at Sam's Club, and it was fairly cheap. Probably, I would say, half the price of that big and tall one. But still fairly comfortable. So when I sit in it, I'm not like, oh man, I really wish I had a different chair. It's got a nice padded bottom with plenty of padding. And it doesn't have any kind of adjustment as far as, the recline and stuff, but it's still a fairly comfortable chair. The armrests are about the right height for me, so it's one of those things where I'm good with that. So for a cheaper chair, I like it. We haven't had it for very long, so I've probably sat in it a total of 10 times. And it'll be really interesting to see how it winds up holding up. So that other chair, the armrest and stuff were peeling. And it was just one of those things where that didn't start until probably about this year. So it made a long time before that leather finally started giving up the ghost. And then with me sitting in it, you can kind of see the chair ends here. There's a probably good hand width. So all my fingers before I get to the back of my knee in between the front. So there's no weird pressure here anywhere. And then as far as weird noises when you move in it, there's a little bit of weird noises. And the flooring in here is kind of weird. because it looks like it's wood, but it's not. So this is definitely some type of almost like a almost like a linoleum, but just like really deeply textured. So it's kind of cool as far as that goes. We picked up this flooring for it. So this was also at Sam's Club. So it's just reversible multi-purpose flooring, gray walnut simulated wood grain finish, indoor use for business and home. And then it's made by this Norsk. So you can kind of see when I've sat in it, I've put grooves in it. When I've sat in it over the seam, I've put maybe deeper grooves in it. Or maybe I'm just getting heavier and put really deep grooves in it. But you can see, probably every time I've sat down in here, it's put some marks into this flooring. Now this flooring doesn't say it's made for chairs, but I just wanted something to help protect the normal flooring that we have in here. So all in all, I mean, I'm hoping this winds up doing pretty good. The chair rolls on it. It even rolls when I'm on it. But I don't really try and roll in it while I'm on it, just because I don't want to really kind of tear it up. So for me, it's pretty much a put the chair in position, sit down, spin, work on the computer. And here we have the extra ones. So you've got this kind of cool, weathered, aged walnut look. Or you can flip it over and have a kind of triangular looking techno look. So we definitely went with this side just because I've got wood flooring in here. Might as well just stick with the wood flooring look. And for the size of it, we were able to go pretty decent. So we only used half of it. So I've got half of it left. And 2 squares was the full width of the desk. And then some. And then same thing with coming out. So 2 squares coming out has the desk at about, 2/3, 3/4 of that square with a full square left behind. But really, I'm pretty sure I pretty much need to put down an actual plastic protective thing down. That way it helps protect this protective flooring. That's a lot of protection. And you might be thinking, well, why'd you go with Serta? You could have gone with any brand. Well, let me just say, I bought this on sale probably 3 or 4 years ago. And there's a reason why it's in a room that I rarely use. So this chair is some other brand, and it looks very similar, but it's not as comfy. The padding in it isn't quite as good. It's still a big and tall, but it's a very solid big and tall. So it's a very, I wouldn't say uncomfortable chair, but it's not a super comfy chair. So here's that little like kind of fancy metal thing on the big chair upstairs. And then the protective flooring stuff, it's just like this plastic kind of cover stuff that I'm sure we'll have to either use the one up here if I ever stop using the office up here, or buy one that's small enough for that space downstairs. So if you're thinking about getting an office chair, man, I really like this big and tall Serta one. This one was awesome. It lasted a really, really long time, and we're not getting rid of it anytime soon either, because I mean, I'm still going to be doing stuff in the office up here. So, until something happens that this sucker actually breaks, I'm keeping it. Now, this has kind of started sagging in terms of like the gas strut underneath. This probably sinks down maybe once a month. So all in all, I was super impressed with this chair. Really like this chair. I mean, now when you get up, you get a little bit of like fun extra leather pieces stuck to you. So, but what an awesome chair. Hoping this chair downstairs winds up working out pretty good too. But this one's still my favorite. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll check you next time.